Well, now we're ready for a really big step out here in the porch. We're going to be putting in a set of screens all the way around here to keep out mosquitoes and other pests. Now, this is a feature that architect Mike Sherritt has used in a lot of his homes. In fact, we saw one of the homes when we took a tour around the lake not too long ago. Now, having a screen porch is not all that unusual, but what's unusual about this one is all the screens retract up into the beams. What's great about that is most of the time is you have totally unimpeded views, but when the bugs start getting bad, you can pull them down and screens take care of everything. Now, we've been working with Tim Chamberlain from the very beginning of construction just to make sure everything gets built right so that at this point in time, everything will accept the tracks and whatnot. For instance, like these channels, this took a lot of planning to get this stuff right. So Tim, did it turn out all right, do you think? Everything looking all right, working okay?
Actually, they're looking really well. I think it's going to be a very nice fit.
Bucky did a nice job on the wood post. We don't make too big a deal out of that because the same just swells up. It's kind of hard to live with.
You wouldn't want that, that's for sure.
So tell us, what's the whole process you go through to get these things up on the wall?
Well, basically we have two brackets, one for the idler end, one for the motor end. The motor is inserted into the tube. The tube slides up into the idler and it hooks into the bracket on the one end, and that supports the whole tube. After we have that in place, there's a mesh that slides on into a channel right in the tube itself. Once we get that all in place, we put a couple of U-channels into the channel that you have created here, and then we slide a slide bar on with the rubber seal strip on, and that will seal it on the bottom here when it drops down. There's a track system that mounts in that U-channel, and that accepts the mesh as it goes up and down.
Now, these are motorized systems. They're manual systems too, right?
That's correct, yep. Yeah, we have a manual system that we can use for doors. Like, for instance, there you got a set of double French doors. We could put our manual screens on there that would pull side to side. They mount vertically, and we can do entry doors, sliding patio doors, French doors as well.
Now, obviously, this is not your final installation here, an extension cord. And
No,
right.
Absolutely not. No, they're all hardwired in. We get an electrician to come in
Sure.
after we're finished here, and they all wired in properly, and then they operate with the remote control.
So yeah,
Just
so let's
push
run
the
through
button
that.
and down they come.
And now you can operate these screens individually, or you can do them all at the same time, right?
You can, and it's all done with your remote control, and at the time of install, we set it up however the homeowner would like it.
So I got a question for you. How do you keep insects from sliding around this screen here?
Well, on this mesh, there's a zipper that actually slides inside that guide, and it keeps it into that track so that there's no way anything can get through there.
And then the seal on the bottom is just a little, I guess, flexible, so when it hits an uneven surface like this, you can see it pretty well covers everything like that.
Exactly, yeah. It's a rubberized seal. When it goes down, we set the stop so that it has a bit of a mushroom to it, and it becomes a seal, you know, on whether you have stone surface or nice flat surface or whatever, yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, it's just it's a phenomenal product, the way it fits into the stone and the wood and everything else, and you look out here, and still it doesn't even really impair your view much. It's beautiful. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Now, it's great to see the screens working, but Tim and the guys will be taking them down temporarily so we can do some trim work around the hardware and brackets. And then they'll come back and put them up for real when everything's done.